Women's basketball. Hello, I am Matt Varney. Tim Ritchie joins me alongside on camera on the stream. The Lady Vols, 4-5 on the season, 0-2 in conference, have a conference matchup with the Olney Central Lady Knights, who are 3-5, 0-0 in the conference. But Tim, this will not be an easy one because the Lady Knights coming in off of a shocking victory over Vincennes on Saturday, 72-69.
Yeah, it's they're always well coached. They're going to play a good ball game. They're averaging 68.4 points a game,
Yeah.
and for 2-point land, 38.8%. So I think they're mainly a defensive squad. But beating Vincennes anytime, any level, men or women, is a good accomplishment.
Yeah, especially the women's program. Vincennes, the men program is really good, but the women's level is kind of that next level because they have Harry Meeks, who's a fantastic, legendary coach. He's got over 700 wins. He's a Hall of Famer. So to pull off a win against them, especially when you can tell that they're a struggling program, just a fantastic win for them. That's something that they're going to build on, and they're going to be using the rest of the season saying, okay, we can do this. We just have to keep building off of it.
Yeah, and last year, mentioned about Vincennes, the lady Vols played the game to overtime, almost beat them up there. So this ball team needs to get going. They got the potential to be a good ball club, these ladies.
Yeah. Olney is led by freshman guard Gracie Shorter. She's averaging 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2 steals. She is all over the court all the time. She is from Sullivan, Indiana, 5'6" freshman guard. And so, that's the thing about junior college, Tim, is that you have a new face every year for every team, and every once in a while you get one that sticks around for 2 years. But, just like with Logan, they thought they had Janiah Thompson coming back this year, and then all of a sudden, nope, she's off to Wichita State, and they got to find a new face of the franchise, basically.
Well, you can't blame her. You go and you got a scholarship, do that. This Olney team, they had 3 players not playing. I guess injuries or sickness. Rez, Brutton, and she averaged 4 rebounds a game and 9th. So they got three not playing, but I'm sure they have plenty of ladies to fill in.
Yeah, absolutely. On the other side, of course, for the Lady Vols, it's going to be Jaden Berry. It's going to be Cheyenne Trotter. Those are the 2 freshmen that have been really fantastic for the Lady Vols here in the early going. And so you can expect to see plenty from them tonight. They have been fantastic. Trotter got a little bit off to a cold start, but ever since then, she's in double digits, 10.5 points a game. Barry's got 13 a game, and they both are good rebounders. Barry around 5 rebounds a game. Trotter's at 6.5. So that's where things start. That's where your foundation is for the Lady Vols. Of course, you have Madison Calvin, who's always been fantastic the past year and a half now. But when you look at the Lady Vols today, it's Jaden Berry and it's Cheyenne Trotter. If they can get off to a hot start quickly, then they're going to be okay.
Yeah, and I also like, Kendi Hayes. She's a good shooter from outside, and she's a freshman, and she'll pick it up. I think she's going to really help this team too. So, but like you said, you have to go with the main ones. Hartman's helping out some too. Wolfer Bird. So we got some good talent. Like I said, we lost Thompson going there, but we still got some good talent to win some games.
Well, last Wednesday, the Lady Vols lost to Kaskaskia. A bit of a shocker of a loss. 91-76, I think that was the final score. But the big thing was that one of Kaskaskia's girls just could not miss from outside. She made 10 of 12 from three-point land, just fantastic. You're going to have games like that where players just can't miss, Tim, and you got to just kind of deal with the lumps and go on and say, well, that was that game. We're on to the next one.
Yeah, their Kaskaskia coach, he was awful excited. He had the towel out, and he got it. Well, look, I don't think it might not have beaten the ladies. I don't think down here anyway.
Right, yeah. Well, and the other thing is that Lady Vols, they are in the middle of a long homestand, had 9 home games planned. They didn't get out to the start they wanted with last Wednesday's loss to Kaskaskia, and then they lose a game with Lewis and Clark this past Saturday. Was supposed to be here at home. One that they thought they could win because they beat them already once this year. And they lose it because Lewis and Clark was going through.
So that's going to be makeup, I guess.
I would assume it'll be made up. The men will play at the end of January. They will play and host. And then I would assume, because I'm pretty sure that date is open for the Lady Vols, that they will probably make it up then. Just bring the whole
I think so, because they're not in the conference, but they're in the region 24.
Right,
so
exactly. And the men are in the conference.
Yeah.
They're in the region, and so, it makes more sense. But it would just make sense to make it up then, but we haven't had anything official come down the pipe. But you lose that game, and so all of a sudden you go down from a 9-game homestand to an 8-game homestand, and you lost 2 opportunities as well to get out to that hot start. And with Vincennes a week away now, you don't have much time to rev that engine.
No, you're right. And I think teams kind of got used to losing games with the COVID. I mean, not
Right.
like even last year. There's a lot of games, and when I coached softball, I was used to basketball having very few cancellations at the time.
Right.
And softball, though, you had the weather, rain, or you might be ready to play. Rain's right when you get ready to start. So outdoor sports are even different ball games.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and you look at cancellations and stuff, people being sick, and I had talked with Coach Amanda Shelby beforehand, and she had said, we weren't sure coming into this one if we were going to have some of our main players because of sickness, but you look out there, all 10 are out there ready to go, and so you're happy to see that they're all healthy, ready to play, and hopefully, they're not fatigued whatsoever from feeling a little down.
Yeah, it's it's discouraging, like you said, not be able to play Lewis and Clark Saturday, and then you have a few days off. So
yeah,
so we have that.
Well, the Lady Vols getting ready to take on the Olney Central Lady Knights. They are led by Clint Burris. Amanda Shelby and Clint Burris have a great relationship. You see them talk before the game and always seem to be joking or talking. Very good relationship the two have, and so it'll be a good one, but always a heated rivalry with Olney Central.
Yeah, he's coached, I think, been head coach, 12 years?
12 years, yeah.
17 total, so
yeah,
he's 5
exactly.
years assistant. So.
Yeah, he's helped his brother with the men's team when he was.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, and he was a member of Olney Central back in 2004, I think it was, when they were in the semifinals, and so he's all about Olney Central, and he's great for the program. And
they were in semifinals?
Yeah, when he was a player, I believe
okay.
It was semifinals that he ended up being part of that team.
Wow.
So Lady Vols and Lady Knights of Olney Central about to get into action here in just a little bit. We'll step away for a minute and a half. When we come back, our pregame interview with the coach of the Lady Vols, Amanda Shelby. We're back in 90 seconds on 1035ESPN.com.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Speaking with Coach Amanda Shelby before playing Olney Central here today. You lose a game from the schedule this past week. Is that frustrating since you're trying to get back to winning? Or are you okay with it because you get a little bit more time to practice, to focus on things, to if you need to rehab anything?
I mean, it's good on both ends. I mean, yes, it's frustrating because you want to play a game, keep the momentum going, try to keep, some kind of normalcy, so to speak. But sometimes it is good to have a day off, to have extra practice, to make sure we break some stuff more down, because especially after the KC loss, we needed to break some stuff down. So, I mean, it is what it is. We took the advantage of it, and hopefully tonight it'll show. Looking back at that KC loss, as opposed to, just a few days afterwards when we got to talk but never got to use that interview really. Has your feelings or point of view shifted from that loss and how you view it? No, it's still very frustrating. Mainly, we just didn't show up on the defensive end. I mean, we scored 78 points. Our shooting percentage was good. We only had 10 turnovers. Everything looked good on the stats. It was just the simple fact that we didn't show up and play defense and, shut some people down. So, and that's why they scored 91 points. Any team that scores 91 points, you're more than likely going to lose unless you can score 100. And, of course, we didn't. So, yeah, it's still frustrating. But, we broke some stuff down. We, talked about it in game film and in practice. So hopefully, we'll come out with some more energy and a little better effort on the defensive end.
Also felt like a game that, the Hamilton girl caught fire. Sometimes you run into players like that having the best game of their life. You're not going to see a player generally make 10 of the 11 threes that their team makes.
I hope not. Hopefully not again. Hopefully that's the last time. But, yeah, she was on fire. She shot extremely well. She's a good player to begin with. So, hats off to her. We could have done a better job of, denying her more, getting up in her face, pushing her off the line a little bit more. But, she still made some incredible shots even when we did get up in her face.
At the half, you had cut the deficit to just 6 points, but then they come back out in the third quarter and retake their dominant lead. Do you think the girls learned the lesson that, you got to keep your foot on the gas throughout the entire way, even during halftime?
You would hope so. We try to turn these losses into some positive thinking of, what do we learn from it? How do we get better from it? It is a tough pill to swallow, a loss like this. But, we had to fight back. That takes a lot of energy. And when we cut it into 6-4 a couple times, we sort of just stopped. And, we had to fight through that tiredness. We have to tell ourselves we're not tired and keep fighting until we hear a horn that we can get subs in. But, when you're making a run like that, you have to keep going.
Nearly 20 turnovers a game right now. At this point in the season, is there anything you can do to correct that for your team?
Magic wand. That'd be nice. It's a lot of it is still we're learning things, trying to force the issue, and once we calm down and try not to force so much, we only had 10 turnovers last game.
Right.
That's pretty impressive. We just missed a lot of layups. So one's good, one's always bad, it seems like. But, it's just something that we are growing, and hopefully by January and February we can definitely knock them down to at least 10.
Olney's your opponent today. They beat Vincennes on Saturday. What did the Knights do in that game? Do you know that caused that shocking result?
They just played hard. They will play extremely hard. They will, drive it down your throat. And if you don't stop the dribble drive, they'll get easy layups or they can shoot the three very well. So they're just a typical Olney team who plays extremely hard. And if you do not match or exceed their energy, you will come up with a loss.
That they can launch it from three quite a bit, like you said. With Kaskaskia still fresh in your mind, is your perimeter defense good enough to go up against teams that like to shoot the three a bunch?
If we have it, we mentally are ready for it, we can. Mm-hmm. If we're not showing up to do it, where we're not contesting every shot, then it is a very long night for us.
And then their number 23 seems to be the key. Are you going to try and force them to find someone else than her, or is it really, she gets her points and you do everything else you can against everybody else?
23 is a very good player. She can drive, she can shoot the three. She's going to get her points no matter what. Mm-hmm. Try to limit that many touches, try to limit her point score, and then definitely make sure nobody else becomes an All-American tomorrow night. So that's the game plan. Just play hard, solid defense, make them miss shots, and run to the other end of the floor and get some easy baskets.
And then Kennedy Hayes, she started the first game for you this season, and ever since she's been on the bench coming off. How has she done coming off the bench in your eyes? How has she improved?
She's getting better at it. It takes a little bit. That transition from high school to college can take some kids a little bit longer. But she had her wrist injury, so she's been out. So she's still trying to get through that. So it's taking a little bit, a little slower than we thought. But she's coming along really well. She's going to be a big factor in the second half.
Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
The Lady Vols, Amanda Shelby. Thanks for sticking with us in that interview. Pretty insightful, I think, there, Tim. I know it was a little hard for us to hear there with the music blaring on our end, but, she talks a lot about...
We just hope they played the music a little louder. No, that's okay. No, it was a good interview.
Yeah. Starting lineups are just around the corner. The Lady Vols taking on Olney Central here today at Don Brewer Gymnasium in Carterville. And the Lady Vols 4-5 on the season. They're 0-2 in the GRAC. Olney Central's 3-5. They are they haven't played in the GRAC yet. They are.
It's hard to believe in it since Logan's had 2 games.
Yeah,
I talked to Matt Crane a little bit. And, they need this win here.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Don't want to go ahead and take a 3rd loss in a row. Don't want to drop to 0-3 in the conference without a doubt. And so Lady Vols need this one desperately. Otherwise, they're going to be clamoring around a little bit. Olney Central getting ready to announce their starting lineup here at Don Brewer Gymnasium in Carterville. So we'll go ahead and give it to you. The Lady Knights, let's see who they're going to introduce first. Allie Parker, a freshman forward, 6 foot out of Flora, Illinois. She's the first one introduced. She is averaging a total of 4 points a game. Also introduced Jocelyn Hall, a sophomore forward, 6'2" out of Sisney, Illinois. Next, it's Kenzie Weiler, a freshman guard, 5'6" out of Olney. She went to Richland County High School. Also, Cadence Gibson, freshman guard, 5'6" out of Harvard de Grace, Maryland. And finally, the big star for the Lady Knights is Gracie Shorter, freshman guard, 5'6" out of Sullivan, Indiana. She averages just a tick underneath 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 2 steals. She does it all for
That's
them.
impressive. 5 rebounds a game at 5'6".
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I would say so. The Lady Vols just about to be introduced. And we'll go ahead and go by the order that they introduced them. But I'll tell you this, there's a new starter in the lineup tonight. First introduced, Cheyenne Trotter, the freshman forward, 6 foot out of Springfield, Illinois. She went to Landfair High School. She is averaging a total of 10.5 points a game, 6.7 rebounds per game. And the new starter for the Lady Vols is Tylee Whitford Bird, freshman forward, 6 foot out of Lenoir, North Carolina, New Madrid High School. She also was at UT Martin for just a little bit. Jaden Berry, freshman guard, 5'8". She went to Plano Senior High School in Dallas, Texas. She's the point guard for the Lady Vols. Madison Calvin's your 2 guard, sophomore guard, 5'8", out of Ballard, Kentucky. Went to Ballard County High School. And Olivia Hartman is a slasher, sophomore guard, 5'7", New Madrid, Missouri, out of New Madrid High School. She was down in Florida last year, playing for, I believe, Southwestern Florida State. And now she's with the Lady Vols. She's made 8 starts, now 9 starts out of the 10 games for the Lady Vols. She was off the bench in the first game. Kennedy Hayes had that start, and then Coach Amanda Shelby said, hey, I kind of like this combination out there with Hartman, and she walked out in the start of the second half, and she has not looked back as a starter since. Trotter and Hall stand in the circle, ready to go to get this one started. Referee comes with the ball, and we are underway. Ball up in the air. Trotter had it, and she's going to be the one that picks it up as it kind of got loose between everybody.
Hit the floor. So
yeah. Barry races, gets it on over to Calvin, brings it around. Woodford Bird, top of the key, on over to Hartman. Now it's in Barry's hands in the corner. Down low to Trotter. Spin around, send it up. That one's good for Cheyenne Trotter. First points in this one took 18 seconds. It's a 2-0 lead for Logan. Here now is Olney. It's Weiler. Gives on over to Shorter. Flip on over. He gets a pass, and now inside, and that one no good from Hall. And here now come the Lady Vols. Barry racing into the paint, gonna flip it up off the backboard, just a little offline. It's rebounded by Hall, and here now comes Weiler. Weiler across the line, goes over to the left, get it on over to Shorter on the left wing. She's gonna step inside, curling. Oh, poked out by Barry. It's picked on up by Gibson. Gibson driving now and pass back on over to Shorter in the corner. Get it on over to Weiler, top of the key. Now it's into the hands. Oh, stolen away by Barry. She's over to Calvin. Here she comes. Madison Calvin driving. She's got open court. Wait, oh, she got blocked by Shorter. And it's going to go out of bounds, stay with Logan. 2-0 lead for Logan here. 8:55 to go in the first quarter.
Nice steal by Barry.
Yeah, great steal right there. Got it to Calvin, and she almost had the coast-to-coast layup. Instead, she's going to be inbounding on the baseline. Look, bounce inside, send it up. Trotter went up with it, got fouled. She'll go to the line here in just a moment.
I like what the Logan team's doing. They're taking the ball inside. Yeah. Establish that inside spot.
Trotter would like to see her numbers at the line improve, just 55% this season. But right now she's got all the points.
She's shooting 55% from 2-point land.
Send it up. That one a little offline, no good. And in front of us, Barry talking with assistant coach Matt Crane, getting some advice from the assistant coach. Here comes the second one from Trotter. That one is up, and it's good. 3 points for Trotter. It's all the points in this one. 3-0 lead for Logan, 8:50 to go. Olivia Hartman trying to steal it away from Weiler, or Gibson, excuse me, and a timeout call for that. Nope, it's a foul on Hartman.
It's kind of late call. We're going to call it. You need to call it right when it happened. The foul happened.
There's a reach called. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that.
Put a little pressure on him.
Gibson bringing it up against Barry, gets past Barry, driving in now, and back over to the corner to Weiler. Lost the ball, goes out of bounds. It's going to be Logan ball.
Good job by Barry. She gets another steal.
Calvin will inbound in front of her bench and gets it to Barry. And they'll bring it up across the timeline. Barry goes into Wolford Bird. Back over to Barry. And, they're going to call it travel. That was a good idea right there, Tim, but she's got to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good idea, and they would have had a good, nice, easy shot.
Yeah, it was like opening a doorway right there. Gibson will bring it up. Shorter to her left. Barry defending. Going to the right. Barry still there. Finally gets past her into the corner. She goes over to Weiler, top of the key. Weiler driving against Calvin and forced out of bounds. Was looking for Parker in the corner, but Parker wasn't there. She was a little bit further down the way.
I didn't see signed by officials whose ball was it. I'm glad Logan's got it.
Hartman in the corner now. She's going to drive baseline J. She got foul going up. That is going to be the second foul on Jocelyn Hall here in a moment. She can't believe it. Hartman goes to the line now.
From New Madrid, Missouri.
60% of the line for number 21 of the Lady Vols. Hall going to take a seat. Courtney Dove coming in for the Lady Knights. First substitution of the game. 8:14 left in the first quarter. Logan leads 3-0. First one up for Hart is good.
Logan shooting like close to 65% for the year as a team.
They'd like to see that number go up. Second one up off the backboard, no good. It's rebounded by Shorter. And a whistle. Calvin's going to get called for, I think, a reach.
She said she didn't touch her, didn't foul her. So
that's
we got to believe her,
Yeah. No. I didn't see what the call was.
It wasn't much foul.
Our angle didn't really show it too well. Gibson brings it up, get it on over to Shorter. Top of the key for her, driving into the paint. Down out to the corner, and for a three, it's good for Weiler. And Olney finally finds some points 2 minutes into this ball game. Here's Barry, back out to Wolford Bird. She sends up a floater. That one's good off the backboard. It's a 6-3 lead for Logan. 7:45 to go in the first quarter. Here is Gibson across the timeline.
Assist by Barry.
Into the paint she goes. Back out to the wing for Shorter, and that one's a little short. And it's rebounded by Dove. Dove, I think, went, and Coach was in front of me, so
I think that shot was shorter.
Yeah.
It's short.
But they were trying to pass it out, and I think it got poked out.
Yeah, sometimes we got to look. Don't look at the monitor.
I just want to look at the court. Gibson driving in and down low to Dove, poked out by Hartman. Now there's going to be a foul called, and it's going to be on Hartman. That should be her second.
I think they're calling them tied here to make sure the game's under control.
Yeah. Well, Shamira Brown's going to come in for Hartman after Hartman picked up her second. It's been a fast and furious first 2 minutes and 37 seconds of this game. It's 6-3. Logan leads Olney. Shorter gets it over to Gibson in the corner. She's going to drive baseline, flip it up. That one is good. Cadence Gibson gets into the scorebook. It's 6-5 now. Logan leads 7:20 to go in the first quarter.
Matt Crane didn't like the way we didn't cut off the baseline on defense.
Brown passes over to Calvin left wing. She'll bring it around, getting a double pick. And now goes to the left over to Tylee Woodford Bird into the corner for Brown. Driving in and tries to send it up, but it got just taken out of her hands by Dove. And here now comes Gibson. Brown defending. Gibson drives into the paint, lost. It goes off her foot, goes out of bounds. They're going to say that'll Lady Vol touched last.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, I was sure Gibson touched it last.
Gibson did. She's the only one.
Yeah, there's no one around her.
Yeah. So we know that one.
Shorter going to inbound on the baseline. Goes over to the corner for Weiler. Weiler's going to bring it around. Got it on over to Parker, top of the key. Parker working against Cheyenne Trotter, and Trotter's doing some good perimeter D. Into the hands of Shorter, driving, and flips it up. Oh, blocked by Woodford Bird. Out of bounds.
Nice defensive move by Bird.
6:42 to go. It's 6-5. Logan leads Olney Central. Shorter going to inbound for the third time. Into Dove, sends it up. That one is good.
We can't get an easy shot like that on the out-of-bounds play.
No,
you
you
can,
can't.
but you shouldn't.
Barry drives, gives it on over to Brown on the left wing, drives over to Calvin, top of the key, driving in. Here's a nice little runner. That one is no good, though, is short, and Shorter's bringing it up now. Shorter driving in and sends it up. She got fouled by Brown. The and one's coming up. 6:22 to go. Brown picks up her first. It's a 9-6 lead for Olney. 6:22 to go.
The Lady Vols are going to have to stop the penetration. You can't let somebody go all the way.
Well, and they're getting sped up quite a bit, Tim, and also both teams are playing out of control. There's a lot there's a lot of fouls going on here early, and one is up and good for Shorter. But a lot of fouls, and both are trying to go for the fast break. Somebody's got to set a new tempo, I think. And they were looking for Barry and overpassed her. Brown says it's my fault. And goes out of bounds. It's going to be Olney ball. Gibson's going to bring it on up.
Coach Crane saying that's the last time.
Yeah. Shorter crossed up. Brown blocked by Barry. Here comes Woodford Bird now. Working against Weiler. And here's a step-back jumper. That one is short. Calvin gets it. Sends it back up. No good. Poked out, and Weiler has it. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. 10-6 lead for Olney Central. Oh, Cheyenne Trotter was trying to steal it away from Gibson. I think they're going to call a reach on her. And there's the 5th team foul for Logan now in the first quarter. We're not even halfway through it. And so the rest of the quarter.
Two. I thought we were going to shoot two there because you have 5 fouls and act like we're going to shoot it.
Yeah, I was going to say, the rest of the quarter, they are shooting free throws.
2 free throws.
Yeah. Chloe Cannon comes into the game.
Women's basketball, you play a half, you play each quarter, get 5 fouls, you shoot 2 free throws. A little different than high school and college.
Kenzie Weiler came off. First one up for Gibson is good. Weiler comes off, and it is Chloe Cannon coming in. Here's the second one for Gibson. That one rims out, no good. Trotter got the rebound and gave it over to Barry. Barry now passes over to Calvin, left wing, over to Brown in the corner. She's going to bring it around. Goes across the way on over to Barry, driving in, flips it up. That one is good for Jaden Barry, her first points of the game.
Good running shot there.
11-8 lead for the Lady Knights. Bounce into Gibson, free throw line jumper. That one is a little long, and Barry gets the rebound. She's bringing it up over to Calvin now. Here's a mid-range jumper. That one rattles around, no good, and Shorter gets the rebound. She's going to try to take advantage of the fast break, driving in, now stops and gets it on out to Cannon for a long 2. That one is no good. Poked out, and it is now Barry with the ball getting the rebound. She'll slow things up a little bit. 5 minutes to go. Logan trails 11-8. Woodford Bird, top of the key, on over to Barry. Swings it on over to Brown on the other side of the court. And they're going to say a turnover. Brown touched the line, apparently.
Well, I've seen more of that this year and have a long time.
Yeah.
Touching the sideline.
Kennedy Hayes, India Robinson, and Riley Johnson all into the game for Lady Vols. And they call a timeout. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. Logan trails 11-8 against Olney. We're back in 30 seconds on 103.5 ESPN.com.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Olney shoots 72.8% from free throw line, so we definitely don't want that. But we have Logan's going to have to get Madison Calvin involved. I mean, she's taking a couple of shots, but she's going to have to score for this team to win.
Yeah. Well, and the three that we mentioned, Calvin, Barry, and Trotter in the pregame. Trotter has done good so far with 3 points. Barry's got 2, but yeah, Calvin's got nothing. You'd expect a little bit more right now when you're kind of in a little bit of crisis. Poked out of bounds by Barry. Olney's going to keep it and inbound on the far side sideline. Shorter is going to be the one inbounding. Shamira Brown still out there for the Lady Vols. So is Jaden Barry, India Robinson, Riley Johnson, and Kennedy Hayes are out there. And Shamira Brown able to poke it out. Oh, who touched it? It's still got rolling, and now it's going to be Logan Ball. They'll be inbounding on their side of the court as well because it rolled out there.
Good hustle by Brown.
Yeah, was able to kind of get a lucky spot right there and everything. Kami Pierman comes in for Allie Parker, excuse me. Hayes going to inbound on the far side. Gets it on over to Brown, top of the key. And Olney's running the 2-3 zone right now. Hayes in the corner, down to Riley Johnson. Back out to Hayes. She's going to curl. Get it on over to Brown, top of the key. Now it's Robinson on the right wing. Steps inside. Riley Johnson out to Barry. She's going to drive baseline and was looking to pass on over to Hayes. It got poked out. And it'll be Logan Ball with 14 seconds on the shot clock.
They knew where Barry was going to pass to.
Yeah. Brown going to inbound on the baseline here in a moment. Oh, no, it's going to be Barry. Barry will inbound. And looks on over to Robinson on the far side. Top of the key now. Over to Barry in the corner for a 3. That one's too long and going to go out of bounds on the rebound attempt. That was Pierman that had the rebound and then fell out of her hands.
That was fortunate at that point.
Yeah. Logan's got a brand new shot clock. 30 seconds on it now. They're going to be inbounding here in a second. Brown will be the one inbounding. 4:04 to go in the first quarter. Logan trails 11-8, and now the referees are discussing, making sure they get the right call. And they're gonna reset the shot clock to 8 seconds.
Okay, I was wondering what's going on.
Yeah. Thought they had a fresh set of seconds, but no. Into Barry. She sent up a layup, but no good. And it's rebounded by Olney. Here now is Gibson. Pass on over to Cannon. Here's a shot, no good. And it's rebounded by Dove. No good once again on the layup, and Brown brings it down. Shamira, top of the key, on over to Robinson. Over to Barry in the corner, driving inside. Across the way to Hayes in the corner. Now on over to Johnson. Oh, poked out by Gibson, and she's now going to bring it on up. And to the top of the key she goes. On over to Shorter on the right wing. Shorter stepping around, crossing up, and they're going to call a foul here in just a moment. It's going to be on Hayes, her first of the game, and Shorter will go to the line here.
Shooting 2 free throws. Yeah. Ladies' game, don't ever shoot the bonus.
3:29 to go in the first quarter. Logan trails 11-8.
The John A. Logan men's team sitting on the far side watching the women. That's nice.
First one up, and good for Shorter. She's got 4.
She's got a nice stroke.
Yeah. And now she has the ball, dribbles it a few times, looks up, sends it up, and that one's good. She is a perfect 3 for 3 at the line today. She's dangerous, apparently, out there. On the season, Shorter is shooting. This is the first time that she's been getting to the line, apparently. She doesn't have any statistics at the line.
Wow.
3:25 to go in the first quarter. Logan trails 13-8 against Olney Central. Here is Hayes on the right wing, over to Barry left wing, driving, get it on over to Shamira Brown on the right wing now. Back over to Robinson, top of the key. Logan really struggling with this 2-3 defense. Can't seem to find a way to get in and can't make the deep shot. Here it is. Shamira Brown sends it up and makes it.
From downtown.
And that was badly needed. 13-11 now. Logan trails. Jaden Barry steals it away in the paint. And she's going to bring it up across the timeline. On over to Hayes. Oh, overshot her. And it's going to go out of bounds and be Olney ball here.
So Barry's done some good things, but not good things. She had 3 steals and 3 turnovers.
2:51 to go. Logan trails 13-11 here in the first quarter as Gibson brings it up for Olney. Pass over to Weiler, who just came back into the game, steps inside, and now pass on over to Cannon. She's going to curl around, going back in, working against Hayes, trying to find a pass. Finally found Weiler on over to the left wing. Driving in is Dove, I believe, who's got it now, sent it up, and no good. It's a jump ball call between her and Johnson, and it's going to stay with Olney Central.
Riley Johnson, good hustle.
Yeah.
Didn't give up the bunny.
No, and yeah, that's the important part right there. And 8 seconds are on the shot clock. Not a lot of time to set something up. Cannon getting inbound on the baseline. Found Gibson, who goes into the corner. 5 on the shot clock now, working against Barry. Got a pick. Now over to Weiler. Poked out. And shot clock violation as Cannon picks it up.
Good D by the Lady Vols.
Yeah. Helps a lot when there's only 8 seconds and not 30. Yeah.
I've seen it where the play and they get an easy layup.
Yeah. That's what Logan was trying to do when they had 8 seconds on the clock just a moment ago. Here's Robinson crossing the timeline now. At the volleyball line she stands. Over to Barry now. Into Johnson. Back out to Barry. Sets up for a free throw line jumper. No good. It was way offline. And now here after Dove rebounding, gets it on over to Cannon. She's going to go on over to Dove. He gives it over to Weiler. Into the corner for Gibson. Gibson back on over to Weiler. Into the hands of Cannon. Cannon, top of the key, working against Hayes. Driving in. Give it on over to Gibson, who's going to curl inside. And lost the ball. Robinson picked it up off the ground. Here comes India across the timeline. And she'll slow it on up. Over to Brown, top of the key. Over to Barry in the corner. Driving inside. Flips it on up on the baby hook. That one's no good. And it is rebounded by Pierman.
That was a wild shot.
Yeah. Here is Gibson driving into the paint. Sends it up. That one is good. Kind of just flipped it up to him, and it ended up working.
Yeah, it went in the hole.
Minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Here is Robinson on the far end.
Logan's have to move the ball against this stifling 2-3 defense.
Yeah. Hayes on over to Robinson, who's going to bring it around. Minute 5 to go in the first. Johnson back over to Robinson. Driving now into the paint. Sends it up. That one no good. They're going to call a travel when you might have thought it was going to be a blocking foul.
Yeah, she did travel, but they don't always call them.
And Barry's going to take a seat as Kendra Johnson comes in. Trotter and Wolford Bird also coming in for Johnson. Riley Johnson.
I thought Barry might come out for that wild shot.
Yeah. And Robinson going to take a seat as well. So for the Lady Vols right now, it's Hayes, Trotter, Wolford Bird, Kendra Johnson, and Shemira Brown. Here now is Shorter on over to Weiler, driving in, get it on. Stole it away. No, they corral it back in, sends up a 3. That one's offline for Ryan Peterson, who's a Woodlawn native, and goes out of bounds. And Logan now has possession with 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Brown brings it across with Trotter to her right, passes over to Trotter on the wing. Now it's Brown from the parking lot. That one just a little short. Hit the rim, but not good enough. Here now is Peterson across the line. Pass on over to her left. It's Shorter with it at the volleyball line. 4 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Weiler. Pass inside on the baseline to Peterson, on over to Parker, who set up for a nice jumper there, 10 feet, and made it. Parker with her first bucket of the game. Here's Johnson in the corner, driving now, working against Pierman. Here's a 3 from Hayes. That one's just a little short. Poked out, and they're fighting for it, and Brown's got it, but can't get a shot off before the end of the first. Logan trailing now at the end of the first, 17-11 against Olney Central. Stay with us. We're back in a minute right here on the home of the Lady Vols, 1035ESPN.com.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching them is life-changing.
name's Lee.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here at Don Brewer Gymnasium in Carterville. Logan, the Lady Vols, trail 17-11 as we enter the second quarter. And nobody's really been able to make a difference here early on, Tim.
No, we know. I'm sure the coaches might feel bad, but I don't feel bad about being behind here. We just didn't play very well and just down by 6.
Yeah, exactly. On the other end, Cadence Gibson and Gracie Shorter both have 5 points. Here's Trotter in the corner, was looking for Kendra Johnson, slipped right through her hands, and it's stolen away. Here's Weiler on over to Shorter on the fast break, sends it up. That one no good, and Kennedy Hayes has the rebound. Hayes on over to Johnson, up for the fast break. That one is good for Kendra.
Good assist by Hayes, the Mount Vernon native.
Yeah. 17-13. Oh, it was a little miscommunication, but Weiler able to pick it up before going into the backcourt. Weiler now flips on over to Shorter. Shorter trying to drive inside into the paint, flips it up. That one rolls off. No good. Trotter got the rebound and gave it over to Shemira Brown. Brown passes on over to Johnson in the corner. Looking around to get a pass off. Going to get it on over to Hayes. Swings on over to Brown. Found an alley over to Trotter. Sends it up. That one's good. And she got fouled to go to the line.
Good pass by Brown, her second assist of the evening.
Trotter has a total of 5 points, and then I can make it 6 here. She just needs to make the end one. She is 1 for 2 currently today.
This Lady women's team needs somebody in the pass, and Brown's doing a good job so far.
Trotter at the stripe, sends it up, and that one is short. No good. Logan trails at 17-15, 9:12 to go in the second quarter. And here comes Olney. Gracie Shorter bringing it up. She's their star. 18 points a game. On over to Weiler, top of the key, driving to the right. Flip on over to Morgan Wilson, who just came into the game. Looking on over to Peterman. Get it on over to the left wing. It's Shorter with it now. Driving inside. Weiler, top of the key, drives in and gives it on over to Wilson. Back on over to Shorter. Oh, Kendra Johnson had a hand on it, but it's saved by Olney. Goes and gets a blocking foul. Kendra does, as she was trying to take it away from Weiler.
That's just a shame because there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah.
So she did some good defense.
Yeah, it was a pretty good defense there, but, yeah, it ends up being a mistake there.
A little bit too aggressive.
Yeah. Weiler gets the inbound and now passes over to Shorter, sets up for a mid-range shot. It's good. She's been perfect today.
Yeah, she doesn't miss that.
No, she's made all 3 of her free throws, made both of her shots. She's been pretty fantastic here.
That's hard to believe she hadn't shot a free throw this year.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. Here's Trotter. Gone over to Johnson on the far end. Brown in the corner, driving. Back over to Woodford Bird at the free throw line. Out to Hayes, left wing 3 from her. That's online, and it rattles down.
Nice pass by Bird Woodford.
And Hayes just averaging 12% from the three-point land. And so that's good to see right there because you know she's a shooter. Here's a 3 from Shorter. She makes it.
Man, that about hit the ceiling.
Yeah, 10 points for Shorter. 7:55 to go in the second quarter. Logan trails 22-18. Here's Johnson working with Weiler coming out. Here is Hayes now. Hayes brings it around to the top of the key, and they're going to call a travel on Hayes.
What happens when Candy Hayes hits an outside shot, it opens up the inside game.
Yeah, it does. They're having people come on out and defend now. But you got to be able to make sure you know your feet placement.
Yeah.
And don't give the ball away like that.
8 turnovers so far by the Lady Vols.
Gibson, right wing, steps back over to Weiler in the corner for a 3. That one's good. Nothing but net.
I remember now last year they could shoot the 3-pointer.
Yeah. 6 points for Weiler. Made both of her 3s. Here's Brown driving, backs on up, looking around, gets it on over to Hayes at the volleyball line. Back over to Brown on the right wing, sends up a 3. That one's short, and it's rebounded by Trotter, and she lost the ball. It's going to stay with Logan. They're going to say, I think, that Parker touched it last.
4 rebounds with Trotter now.
Yeah. 25-18 lead for the Olney Central Lady Knights. 7:10 to go in the first half. Here's Hayes, lobs it to Woodford Bird at the volleyball line. Over to Johnson, over to Hayes in the corner. Back over to Woodford Bird, top of the key. Into Trotter, one bounce out to Hayes. Right wing 3 from her. That one just a little offline. And Trotter got the ball, bounced it, and Weiler stole it away. Over to Gibson now, who's working against Brown, bringing it on up. And Gibson has it now over to Weiler on the right wing. Steps to the left. Pass on over to Wilson for a 3. She makes it. Everybody's
Nothing
making
but
threes.
string music, too.
Yeah. Timeout called by Amanda Shelby. We'll take one as well. Logan trailing by 10, 28-18, 6:40 to go in the first half. We're back in 30 seconds on 135ESPN.com.
Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here at Don Brewer Gymnasium. The Lady Vols trail 28-18, 6:40 to go in the first half, and trying to listen a little bit to Coach Amanda Shelby in her timeout, and basically just saying you got to get it together. Like, come on, guys! Like, you're letting them get these threes.
This is a team that we're very capable of beating. So.
Yes, absolutely. They're 3-5.
Yeah. So
granted, they beat Vincennes on Saturday, but still, this is a team that you let hang around.
They're beatable. You're right.
Yeah, but you let hang around, and they start to think, oh yeah, we can beat them. We can beat it. That's what happened to Vincennes, really.
Yeah.
You let them hang around, and this is what happens. And so now you got to take control of this game
They're
back.
getting some good three-point shots.
They have, absolutely. But here's the thing. They've controlled the tempo the entire game. They've been okay with Logan going fast, and because they want to play. It has to be somewhere in the middle because they like the fast break.
Yeah, they got the break. Not set the secondary break up.
Yeah, but you got to go ahead and take some sets here and there.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been running down the court a little bit too much.
This team, because this Olney team wants to shoot three-pointers. They can off the fast break, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Logan going to inbound on their baseline.
A lot of time left. 6:40 left in the half.
Jaden Berry back into the game. Out there with her, Kendra Johnson, Cheyenne Trotter, Kennedy Hayes, and Tyler Wilford-Bird. Into Trotter at the free throw line, and it's looking for Kendra Johnson. Went through her hands, and Gibson has it now into the paint now and looks back out and gets it on over to Allie Parker on the left wing. Parker working against Wilford-Bird. Back over to Gibson, right wing. Goes inside, over to Weiler in the corner for a three. That one rattles out, no good. Johnson gets the rebound, and she'll bring it on up over to Jaden Berry across the timeline. Inside, was looking for Kennedy Hayes, almost stolen away. She ended up having it, though. Here now is Johnson into Trotter. They're suffocating, and now goes inside and flips it up. That one's good. She'll go to the line as well. Got an and one coming up here.
Yeah, this is big. They don't want Olney to get out of control or get away, too many points ahead at halftime.
Parker gets her first foul and then comes on out. So does Morgan Wilson. Here is Trotter. 5:58 to go in the second quarter. And one goes up, rolls around, and goes down. So she stays at 50% on the day, 2 for 4 at the stripe. Logan trails 28-21. Here's Gibson across the timeline. And now on the far end, working against Johnson. Gets a pick from Dove. Top of the key, drives inside, lost the ball. Barry picks it on up. Barry driving across the timeline over to Trotter. She's going to go up, and she got fouled. She'll go to the line. She'll be shooting 2.
Good pass.
Yeah.
By Barry, and she's got 4 steals this half so far.
Pretty good, yeah.
Real good. So if you have more steals and turnovers, I think you're in pretty good shape.
Gracie Shorter picks up her first foul. 3 team fouls for Olney Central. Johnson comes on out, and Olivia Hartman comes back into the game. Trotter at the stripe. Sends the first one up, and that one hit the front rim and fell off. No good.
It could have bounced in,
Yeah, the Lady Vols, I've noticed this one have not been getting the luck. They have not been getting the easy breaks.
No.
Here's the second one, and that one is good. So once again, staying at 50% at the free throw line today, 3 for 6 for Trotter. It's 28-22. Logan trails, 5.5 to go in the half. Here is Gibson. Pass on over to Weiler in the corner. She's going to drive baseline against Hayes. Stops and gets it. Poked out. And Cheyenne Trotter they're going to say that the Lady Knight, Jocelyn Hall, stepped out of bounds when trying to recover it. And a great job there by Trotter also to get her hand in there Logan, and kind of put him in a bad position.
Like you said, make your own breaks too, your own luck. So
you got to.
Right there.
Hartman brings it on over to Barry on the right wing. Hayes, top of the key. Now over to Hartman, curling around over to the baseline. Back up top to Barry. Over to Hayes. Oh, just out of reach. Goes out of bounds.
That was just unforced error there.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and she slung it also like a bullet on over to Hayes. And you
Hayes
don't have to do
Hayes
that.
not that tall. I mean,
no, she's not that tall, and you don't need to go that fast towards her. Let things get set up.
Yeah, take your time a little bit.
5 minutes to go till halftime, 28-22. And Barry's going to pick up her first foul of the game. Block.
Only 6 points down.
Yeah, 28-22. You were just down by 10. Now you're getting within striking range. Here now is Shorter trying to drive around. And another block called on Barry here.
I thought that was should have been a block, a foul on Courtney Dove. She moved a little bit on the screen.
Yeah, I thought it was an illegal screen a little bit.
Yeah, it was an illegal screen.
Barry's
of course, it's not illegal. They don't call it.
Right. Barry comes off, and Calvin comes back in. She's yet to score. Bouncing to Gibson. And she now is looking around, getting the call. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Pass on over to Shorter. And inside to Dove. Sends it up. That one's good.
Good screen to roll.
Dove has got 4 on the day. Hayes over to Hartman on the far end. It's 30-22. Logan trails Olney Central. Top of the key for Hartman on over to Calvin. Driving baseline. Bounce on over to Trotter. Went through her legs. And Hayes has it at the volleyball line. Now they're going to slow up. 13 on the shot clock. Bounce on over to Hartman. She's going to drive in and over to Calvin. Back over to Trotter. Sends up a shot. That one no good off the backboard. And it's rebounded by Hall. Here is Shorter. Across the timeline she goes at the volleyball line with Gibson to her right. And being defended by Calvin. 4 minutes to go in the half. Steps left. Dove gave a nice pick. And here's a three-pointer from Shorter. She makes it.
Nothing but nylon.
Yeah.
Boy, we got to put some pressure out there on the three-point shooters.
8 points this quarter for Shorter. She's got a total of 13 as we're nearing halftime. Hartman inside to Trotter. She's going to bounce on over to Calvin in the corner, driving in. Back over to Trotter. Deep 2 from her. That one's good.
Good pass by Calvin. Got to get involved in this offense.
Trotter has got a total of 11 points so far. Here is Shorter. It's 32-24. Logan trails 3:20 to go. Shorter gets a pick, drives in, sends it up. That one's good. And
Coach Crane said you're going to have to shut her off. Get in front of her. Make her do something. Maybe have a block instead of a charge.
And the Lady Knights back out to a 10-point lead, 34-24. Calvin fakes a pass back on over to Hartman. Now it's Trotter with it, driving against Hall. Sends it up. That one's good.
Good job. Just post it up.
Yeah.
Down low.
And Lady Vols are at least starting to find what can work for them against the Lady Knights. Gibson brings it across the timeline. India Robinson checked in.
Yeah, she's getting a check in. She could help us.
Yeah, absolutely. Here is Shorter. Sets up for a mid-range shot. That one rattles around and goes down. Everything's falling for her, Tim.
Did she miss? She missed yet?
I don't think she has.
Wow.
I think she's made everything.
She's got good form.
Sure does.
Give her credit.
Here is Hartman, top of the key. 2.5 to go in the half. Hayes on the right wing. Bounce down to Tylee Woodford-Bird. Over to Hartman. The extra pass is up and good.
Good pass by Bird. Woodford-Bird.
Yeah, that was a good pass right there. She could have taken the shot. And she said, I'm going to make that extra one.
Yeah,
Hartman was wide open.
Yeah.
36-28. Lady Vols trail. Dove goes up, sends it up, and they're going to go to the line as well.
Boy, just too many layups given up by this Logan team.
Hartman picks up her third. Riley Johnson and Robinson are coming in. Calvin got to take a seat. And Woodford-Bird's going to take a seat as well. 2:11 to go. Shamira Brown's going to check into the game as well. And Kendra Johnson also looks to be checking in as Trotter's taking a seat. And
Kendra Johnson's going to check in with us. You got to check in with the staff here. Official scorekeeper.
38-28. Dove at the line for the and one. Sends it up. That one's no good off the back iron. Brown got the rebound, and Olney remains 10 up on the Lady Vols. Here's Robinson inside to Johnson, and one bounce over to Johnson. Sends it up. That one's good. Johnson to Johnson connects.
I'm saying the same thing. Johnson to Johnson.
Kendra Johnson gets it. Here now is Weiler, top of the key. Gets it on over to Cannon, who's just entered the game once again. Goes to the left, gets it on over to Hall. Oh, Kennedy Hayes runs into Weiler at the top of the key, trying to steal it away. And now Logan has given the bonus on over to Olney Central. It's 38-30 as...
Doesn't matter how many fouls, still got 2 free throws.
Yeah.
After 5, or 5 and then.
In comes Kami Pierman for Dove. And now it will be Weiler at the stripe. Sends the first one up, and it's no good. Or it's good, excuse me. Yeah, I missed that. Tough to tell sometimes when people are running it. Second one up, and it's also good. She has got a total of 8 points today.
Boy, they're hitting a lot of free throws.
They are. 40-30 the lead for Olney Central. Riley Johnson at the free throw line. Back over to Brown. Over to Kendra Johnson in the corner. She's going to step and now bounce down low to Johnson, and they're going to call a foul here on Hall.
On Hall, yeah. She was being a little assertive there.
Yeah. Her third of the game. Allie Parker's coming to the game for the Lady Knights.
Logan's not even at the free throws yet. That's her fourth.
I know.
Fourth foul.
Oh, and Olney was getting sped up and giving away a lot of fouls. In the past 6 minutes, they haven't really given anything up. Hayes on the baseline finds Robinson top of the key. Inside to Riley Johnson. On over to Kendra Johnson. Drives. Gets it on over to Robinson. Out to Brown top of the key. And they quickly come in and they're going to travel.
Yeah, she walked. She up her feet.
1:22 to go in the second quarter. 40-30 is the lead for Olney Central here at Don Brewer Gymnasium. Stick around at halftime. Assistant coach Matt Crane joined Talking Balls last night. We've got some of that interview. Here's Gibson on the right wing. Pass on over to Cannon, who's crossing up Kendra Johnson over to the left. Top of the key three is no good from Pierman. It's rebounded by Brown over to Robinson. Steps inside. Back on over to Hayes. Deep two from her. That one bounces no good. Poked out, and it's rebounded by Weiler. Here comes Weiler. Looking to pass on over and got it over to Pierman. Riley Johnson kind of blocked it there, forced the shot not to happen. Three-pointer no good from Parker. It's rebounded by Hayes. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Hayes on over to Kendra Johnson, over to Robinson in the corner. Robinson gets it on over to Brown. Poked out by Weiler, goes out of bounds. So with 33 seconds left on the clock, Logan trailing 40-30.
Lady Vols are shorting their passing lanes up. It's too far of a pass.
18 seconds on the shot clock. Robinson inbounds to Brown. And this might be the last possession for the Lady Vols in the half. Robinson on the far end currently being defended by Gibson. Pass on over to Johnson into the paint. Sends it up. That one no good. It's poked out. And it is rebounded by Pierman. Kami Pierman tripping over herself, and they're going to call a double dribble on her.
Good little pressure by Logan.
16 seconds left. Logan's got to make the most of this opportunity here, Tim.
Yeah, they need to take the last shot here.
Got to take the last shot, and they got to make it here because they need momentum right now.
Yeah, get under 10 here.
40-30. Logan trails here at home. They are 4-5 on the season, 0-2 in the GRAC. Inbound to Shamira Brown, top of the key, on over to Robinson on the far end. 13 on the clock. Here's Kendra Johnson in the corner. Looking to pass into Kennedy Hayes. Bounce, send it up. That one no good. She'll go to the line, though, in a moment as she got fouled big time by Parker.
She didn't hurt her knee.
Hopefully not. She's rolling around a little bit. And Coach Amanda Shelby is now going out. And, yeah, she's clutching that knee. It is 40-30. 7 seconds left. Logan.
Here comes the trainer.
Yeah, the trainer's going out there as well. 7 seconds left in the half. Logan trails 40-30 against Olney Central. We'll take a minute break and be back on 1035ESPN.com.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it, like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here at Don Brewer Gymnasium in Carterville. Kennedy Hayes still being checked out by the trainer and Coach Amanda Shelby. We saw her clutching her knee, and we're hoping that it's nothing too bad, but she does seem to be in quite a lot of pain. And Coach and the trainer are helping her up. She's not putting any weight on that knee, though. And so hopefully she'll have a speedy recovery from whatever the injury is, but you hate to see that, Tim.
No, you hate to see anybody get injured from any team, but
well,
maybe she is limping on it, so it's going to be maybe get it checked out.
Very gingerly walking on it. The one Lady Vol that has not been able to play, she's been out all season. Lanaya Thomas out there helping a little bit as well, and Kennedy cracking a little bit of a smile. But you hate to see that happen, especially for someone that's worked so hard here in the first 10 games.
She could really help the team here.
Calvin's going to come back into the game for the Lady Vols. And Hayes and the trainer go on off. And, again, very gingerly, Barry's helping her to get to the last bench seat and finally sits down. Calvin's going to be the one taking the free throws for Hayes as well. Calvin, no points yet this game. First one up, it's short. And, that just takes the whole air out of the stadium right there, Tim, as well.
Oh, it does. Yeah, people were worried about how Kendi Hayes is doing.
Second one up, rolls off, no good. And Johnson's chasing it down. It's going to go Olney's way, though, with 5 seconds left on the clock. 40-30, Logan trails. They've got to make a stop here at the very least and make sure that Olney doesn't build their lead. Into Shorter, she's going to get a chance across the timeline. Lost it, Robinson stole it away. And with 1 second, she's going to send up a half-court shot. It's no good. And Logan trails 40-30 at the half. Stick around. Halftime begins. We'll have our interview with Coach Matt Crane on the halftime show. We'll look at some stats and talk about what the Lady Vols can do to turn this around. Stick around. We're back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
We got Matt Crane on the line with us. Matthew, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Well, we're doing just fine. Dave said, well, if you're going to have Matt Crane on, I'm coming on the show.
Yeah.
He's my guy.
Well, and see, all these years I thought
you
I was.
You are too, though.
I started to say, see, that's what I started to say, Matt. All these years I thought I was your guy, and now I find out, that you have another. But
one of them.
So instead of a ranking of 1 and 2, it's like 1 and 1A.
Okay.
So
I'll
we'll do that.
I'll take that. Yeah. Well, like we said, Matt, you played at Carterville, you played at Logan, and now you're coaching at Logan. So who else better to talk about Johnny Logan on Talking Vol Sports? Now, I'll be the first to say it, and I know what you're going to say. You'll echo this. The Johnny Logan women haven't done what you and Coach Shelby want them to do yet. They're not winning consistently.
No, we're going through some growing pains, and we're skipping a few steps, but we're getting better. We've had a good few days of practice here, and schedule was tough early. I mean, that was part of it. Schedule was tough early. We got those teams down in Florida and then hit Wabash and didn't bring our game with us on that trip, and just learning how to prepare and how to get ready to play each night and play for 40 minutes.
Talking to women's assistant coach Matt Crane. Yeah, Hamilton the other night for Kaskaskia, she didn't look like a player that would pop in 32 points, but even the times when you did get out there close, she was still drilling that three.
Yeah, I mean, she got hot, and then once you get the big eyes and the rim gets bigger, then they all start going in, and that's just what you can't let happen. You've got to. Everybody can score, everybody can shoot on all these teams, and you just got to close out quicker. You've got to do the little things. You've got to dig in a little bit harder and just try to, make it where it's not easy on them.
Matt, how much of that philosophy on that, getting in the face of the shooter, is mindset over just execution?
Quite a bit of it. I mean, it's we drill the little things. Been drilling them all fall. Jumping to the ball, hand up. Cut. Don't let the cutter cut in front of your face. And then when somebody gets the ball, you close out and don't run past them. Don't foul them on the jump shot, but close out and let them feel you when they shoot and turn and box out. And they know how to do it. We've proven that in certain games. We've done it well in practice. It's just carrying it to the game and doing it the entire time. And told them today, it's about right behind your belly button there, that little place called guts and heart and soul. You just got to want it more than the other team.
Matt, the schedule that you've played so far, we're starting to get into conference play. How do you think the schedule, the non-conference games here early in the season have helped or hurt your team this year?
We went down there to Florida and played those two teams, and we played really hard. And then on the third day, we played really hard when we beat Miami-Dade. And, we just, since we've gotten back, we just haven't seemed like we haven't done that. We played really hard against Mobat and, scored 109, but it wasn't because we just outscored them. We defended them. We made them shoot over the top of us, and we got rebounds, and then we were able to use our speed and our athleticism and get out and do it the right way and get numbers. And, the last few games, we haven't done that. We're in a little funk, but again, our practices since Friday have been really spirited. We've been, pushing them a little bit, and hopefully it pays off tomorrow night.
Well, it's one of those situations where at this point, you want to get a conference win, you want to get something positive going. Because you've got this long homestand. I mean, I was talking to Amanda last week. Yes. This is where you want to start baling hay because you're at home for 9 games in a row.
6 in December, not counting the cancel one, and then I think the first 3 back. So 9. And this is a great opportunity for us. It's a great opportunity for us to get some victories, get a leg up. But people aren't going to go roll in here and lay down for you. I mean. They're coming in here to win, and you've got to come in there to win too. And, it's just like you watch it on television. I mean, some nights, the Tennessee women, for example, they're 4-5. People are coming in to beat them. I'm not comparing. You just have to play every night, and you have to compete every night, and it's a nonstop battle, and it's a grind. And it's a mental hurdle that you got to get over and just do it and suck it up for 40 minutes.
We talk about the conference on the men's and women's side, and the GRAC is probably one of the strongest, if it has to be among the top 3 in the nation. Wouldn't you agree, as far as top to bottom, and any night anybody can beat anybody else?
Yes, there is. It's, everybody's better on the women's side. I mean, we've been watching them than last year. I mean, everybody's improved, and, we've got 9 new faces. I mean, it's all new for everybody. And then, Wabash is still really good, and somebody's going to have to knock them off. But that's easy. That's easy to say, but it's hard to do. And it's just a matter of continuing to improve and continue to get players in here in the future. But the men's side, I mean, anybody can beat anybody.
Now let me ask Matt Crane, the old Logan basketball player, because I know you've seen the men practice, and Dave and I were trying to put our finger on this men's team of Tyler Smith-Peters, and I like the fact that they have so many interchangeable parts. I mean, they've got 9-10 guys they can do different combinations with. What is it that when you've watched the men's team that really stands out to you?
That right there. I mean, they've got they've got good ball handling, they've got good shooting, they've got good athleticism, they've got real good camaraderie, they've got people that can guard a 4 and people that can guard a 2, or it's they can do a lot of things, and when they sub, they don't really have to change out, and that's what we're trying to emulate and get to. But they just have so many weapons, so many people that play hard. If somebody gets in foul trouble, that somebody can come off the bench and give them a lift, and then 1 through 8, 1 through 9, whatever. I mean, you never know. Somebody can get hot and give you 20. So they're just solid. They got a solid rotation, solid group, solid numbers, and that makes it hard to be beat when you can play 8, 9, 10 guys where somebody else is playing 6 or 7.
I know that coaches look at different things and try to insert different things or different plays or different defenses. Is this Logan team, is it somebody that you think could be a good pressing team, or is this somebody could lock some people down, or do you basically have to set it up at the half court or maybe do a 1-2-2 trap? I guess I'm asking, do you have the personnel if you have to, do that 40 minutes of hell kind of stuff?
We really just want to stay in. You're talking about the ladies now,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
Yeah. We're really just. I mean, we want to be able to press a little bit. We want to be able to drop the 1-2-2 on you a little bit. We do. We got 10 people that can that can do some things. We really our biggest thing is keep them in front of you. Don't gamble. Don't try to make them make 4, 5, 6 passes and make them make a mistake. And then when they shoot, make sure we got somebody inside their personal space a little bit without fouling, and get them to rush a shot, and then let's get a rebound, and then we can outrun you. I mean, it's not like just crazy run and stuff all the time. It's the way Coach Amanda likes it, the way I played in high school. I mean, we just want you. We want you sped up and trying to, if the girl's good at 15 feet and in, make her shoot 17 feet. Maybe then they miss a few more of them. Let's get those rebounds and let's go. Let's take advantage of some turnovers when we can. And then we also have to be better with the basketball. We have got to cut down on our turnovers.
When you look at the conference up and down, I know Rend Lake's got a new coach. Dave Brown's at Benton, but and you mentioned earlier what keyed this question is you mentioned all the new faces, and we talk about that at the junior college level because you really don't have anybody for 4 years. Maybe you get an extra year for a red shirt or something like that, but or a transfer in. But you've got to really take these new faces and get them together right now. You don't have a lot of time to mess around because you're already in the conference portion of the season.
Yeah, it's time. I mean, it's been time, and we're coming together, and these other teams are too. I know it's everybody. Most people do have that. No, usually people don't have 5 or 6 returners. They got 2, and but we like our group. We've shown flashes, in practice and jamborees and in different games, even, like the Southwest game. I mean, we were down 5 at halftime. Probably should have been up 5. Got a couple turnovers there right at the end of the half. And then, I had a girl get hurt, kind of threw us off for a minute. And then, in the third quarter, it was 11-5. I mean, we have shown that we can compete, but you can't take a break during the game. That's the biggest thing. We have got to quit relaxing for stretches and just keep competing and keep battling, and just, if it's going good, great. If it's not going good, just keep going. I mean, it is what it is. Play till the buzzer sounds, and let's try to fight and win by 1.
Hey, Matt, thanks for taking time to talk to us tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow over at Carterville.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you guys.
All right, buddy. Thank you. We got Matt Crane on the line with us. Matthew, how you doing?
I'm good.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching now is life-changing.
Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Hey, welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it, like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
To step up and help Cheyenne out, I think, because if you do that, then all of a sudden they've got more than one person to worry about.
Oh, yeah. You have, Madison Calvin hadn't scored. She's averaging 12 a game. That's just one example there. Trotter's averaging 10 a game. She's got, 13 already?
Yeah. Yeah, so she's doing a
Robinson,
good job.
She hadn't played much. She averaged 9.6 points a game. So, but sometimes somebody doesn't score. Somebody else is going to take charge like Trotter, but we need more than just Trotter.
Yeah, well, and the Lady Vols, tried something new today. Tylee Woodford-Bird got a start, and Robinson started on the bench, and that's what they're going to work with again here.
Maybe that's what the deal is.
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
Her, yeah.
I mean, Woodford-Bird has shown moments where she looks like a capable starter coming off the bench.
She makes some nice passes, and she can post up.
She can hit the three as well. She's a stretch forward that works really well for them. But, in an elongated amount of time, at the same time, it hasn't worked yet. But also we've only seen a half. So it's a little too early to say if it does or doesn't.
Still a long way to go. 10 points, not much of a lead for Olney.
Yeah, I mean, as we always say, it's going to come in on these first 4 minutes here. Gibson driving in, looking to pass now, trying to get it off. Gets it on over to Weiler. Top of the key she is. On over to the right side to Shorter. Shorter going to try to curl in, pass on out to Parker as we start the second half. Parker into the paint and gets it on over to Shorter on the right wing. Bounces into Dove, and Dove working against Woodford-Bird. Sends up a hook. It's no good. Woodford-Bird gets the rebound and gets it on over to Barry. She brings it on up, top of the key, driving in, flips it up. That one is good for Jaden Barry.
Well, that was a tough shot. She got partially blocked there on that shot.
Well, and if you're going to run up and down the court like that, you just got to make sure that your defense clamps down because they're fine with running back up and down, so you have to shut down their running offense. Here is Shorter driving. Stolen away. Olivia Hartman takes it away from Parker, and now she's going to run down court. Here's a shot in the paint. It's good for Olivia. She's up to 5 today. It's 40-34. Logan trailing against Olney Central. They got the first 4 points of the half, though. Here's Shorter on the far end, working against Calvin, driving to the left, and passes over to the left side for Parker. She's going to curl around. Into the paint she goes. Poked out. It's picked up. Jaden Barry gets it on over to Olivia Hartman. Hartman driving now, and she's looking to pass. No, sets up for a shot. That one goes down, nails for her. And Clint Burris has seen enough after less than 90 seconds. 6 straight points for Logan. It's 40-36. 8:37 to go in the third quarter. Clint Burris calls a timeout. We'll call one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on 1035ESPN.com.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Welcome to
Lady Vols scores 6 straight points out of the gate 8:37 to go in the third quarter, and now they're only trailing 40-36, Tim.
We've talked about how important his first 4 minutes the second half, and then maybe the last 4 minutes the first half are important.
Here's Weiler after getting the pass from Gibson. Weiler looks down low to Dove, sends it up. That one rattles down. Dove is up to 8 points on the day. On the season, she is averaging 7 points a game.
Nice left-handed shot there.
Yeah. Here's Calvin, right wing. Pass over to Trotter in the corner. Back into Calvin. Calvin backing down Dove. Pass on over to Hartman. She's going to step inside. Pass over to Woodford Bird underneath the cup. Sends it up off the fake. It's good. 4 points for Tiley. It's 42-38. Lady Vols bench is going wild right now.
Nice pass by Hartman. She's come alive. Started second half.
Shorter top of the key, going to the left, and looking for Weiler, overshot her, went behind her. Weiler was trying to cut back door, and it comes back to bite her.
Yeah, they tell you what, the defense is so important. Just like the men's Logan team plays that tough defense, man-to-man defense.
Tyler Woodford Bird into Barry, was looking to get something. It goes off her hands and goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Olney Central ball. And that's, again, Logan playing a little bit too much out of control.
Yeah, and I don't know who messed up on the play there.
Here now is Gibson. Pass. Trotter poked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Olney, but good job right there. Just got her hand out and just go off the fingertip a little bit. Shorter going to inbound on the far sideline. Gets it into Gibson. Top of the key over to Weiler. Weiler driving against Hartman. Flips it up. That one no good. And it's rebounded by Trotter. Trotter over to Barry. She's going to race down court over to the right wing, and into the corner she goes. Pass into Trotter. One bounce, send it up. That one no good. No foul called on Dove, who ended up on the floor. Jump ball called as Hartman and Shorter went up together for the rebound. It's going to be Logan ball here with Hartman inbounding. 42-38 the score. Logan trailing here. 7:18 to go in the third. Into Calvin, over to Woodford Bird, over to Hartman, who's going to drive, send up a floater. That one's good. Olivia's coming alive.
Now she had the 15-footer. She stepped in and took a little floating 10-footer.
She's up to 9 points. Here is Shorter, top of the key. Found an alleyway right into the paint, sends it up. That one no good, and Calvin got the rebound. Madison Calvin bringing it up across the timeline. Top of the key, driving in. She wants some action. Over to Barry in the corner, who drives inside, sends up a floater. That one's good for Jaden. Tied it up, 42-42, 6:45 to go in the third. Logan has been electric here in the first 3.5 minutes. Here's Weiler, right wing, driving inside. Over to the other side. Shorter, left wing, driving in after finding a soft spot. Down to Dove, sends it up. It's good. She's going to go to the line for the and one.
Give them credit. Nice play there.
Yeah. Dove's up to 10 points, and it's going to be on Woodford Bird, her first of the game. Chloe Cannon coming back into the game as Allie Parker takes a seat for Olney. First team foul for the Lady Vols this half. First foul this half as well. 6:31 to go in the third. Logan trailing 44-42. Dove sends the end one up. It's short, and Calvin gets the rebound. Here comes Calvin over to Hartman, left wing, driving into the corner. Backs it on up. Pass over to Woodford Bird, top of the key. Waving for Barry to come over. Looks going back, cut for Calvin, but overshot her, goes out of bounds.
Boy, lucky Olney deflected that out of bounds.
Yeah, big luck right there. It looked like Calvin touched it last, but the referee saw that it was one of the Lady Knights, and so Barry's going to inbound on the baseline into Woodford Bird, who's trying to set things up. Bounce over to Hartman, who's going to curl, top of the key now. Barry left wing, driving into the paint, sends it up. There's going to be a foul here. And it's going to be on Weiler, her first. And so it'll be Lady Vols inbounding again, 20 on the shot clock.
I think that saved Barry from having a walk.
Yeah, I thought so too. I thought she was dangerously close. Lob into Woodford Bird, top of the key. And now they're going to call a walk.
I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you jinxed them, I guess.
Yeah.
6:07 to go in the third quarter. Lady Vols are trailing 44-42. So you're not up top yet, Tim, but this first 4 minutes have been pretty darn good.
Been impressive.
You've led 12-4 here in the first 4 minutes. Shorter, top of the key, driving in against Calvin. There's going to be a foul here, I think, on Calvin, which would be her second, excuse me.
I hope not the fourth.
Yeah, no. Hartman would have 4.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's just number 2 for Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin's going to be an important part of this game.
Yeah, you need her to do something for you. And even if it's not scoring, if it's finding open players or something. And bounce into Gibson, and Olivia Hartman kind of did a nice little block there. Weiler, right wing three, that one's good. Olney's starting to come back to life. It's 47-42, Logan trails.
That's where you have to make a move against them.
Barry into Woodford Birdo, stolen away by Weiler. Picked it up on over to Gibson on the shot. That one's no good. Barry's going to get hit with a foul here. That's going to be foul number 3. 5:33 to go in the third. Logan trailing 47-42. Gibson's going to the stripe.
Yeah, Barry put a hand down through the body. That's why it's called.
Gibson shooting 81% from the stripe this season. Shamira Brown checking in. First one up, and it rattles down for Gibson. She's up to 6 on the day. And now it will be a few dribbles for Gibson. Down low, sends it up, and that one is also good. So she's up to 7 on the day as Brown comes in. Barry's going to take a seat, and Calvin will be inbounding to Brown here in a moment. Brown will bring it on up with Calvin to her left, crosses on over to her right. Across the timeline they go. Pass over to Hartman on the far end, over to Woodford Bird in the corner. Woodford Bird's going to bring it all around, and over to Calvin into the paint. Tries to send it up, but there's a whistle before anything happened. And they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Chloe Cannon. It's 49-42 as Calvin goes to the line. Yeah, and Calvin's going to go to the line and try to
shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, get some points in the book. First one up, and it's off the back iron, no good.
She's an 80% free throw shooter, missed all 3.
Yeah, she's not looked herself here today. The Ballard, Kentucky native. Waiting on the ball, trying to at least get 1 of 4 here on the day. Here comes the second one, and that one is good. So Calvin finally finds a point. And here comes Gibson now. It's 49-43, 5:15 to go in the third. Shorter top of the key, 3 from her. She was left wide open, but she went way offline, goes out of bounds as Weiler tries to track it down, and it'll be Logan ball. Got to take advantage now, though, Tim.
Oh, yeah. They had a wide open 3. He missed it.
Got to take advantage and get some points here on this time down the court. Brown, top of the key, into Trotter, free throw line, over to Calvin in the corner. Oh, they're going to say that she stepped out of bounds trying to bring it out. 5 minutes to go in the third. Logan trails 49-43.
There's the old sideline play. Step out of bounds.
Into Gibson, and she'll bring it on up across the timeline. Gibson, top of the key, going to the right. Flip on over to Cannon, who's trying to drive inside. And Shorter gets an easy look over to the corner for Weiler. And that one's no good on the three-point attempt. Calvin gets the rebound. Bounce over to Brown, who's going to let things slow up a little bit. Now she'll bring it on up. And now Calvin, left wing, driving inside. Bumped around, sends it up. Bounces around, poked out. And Weiler gets the rebound. Oh, on the floor, she finds herself. And Trotter picks up a foul. That's foul number 2 for Cheyenne. India Robinson coming into the game for the Lady Vols. Also coming into the game, Jocelyn Hall for the Lady Knights. Dove's going to take a seat. Calvin's going to take a seat as well. Logan trails 49-43, 4:32 to go. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Be back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com.
How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Our students are employed immediately. Sometimes they are employed before they get their associate's degree.
I have a position working in early childhood. Dr. Marilyn Tolliver, my professor, was able to really prepare me to be able to teach in a classroom as a lead teacher.
To see them interact and engage in what I'm teaching now is life-changing.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here on 1035ESPN.com. Lady Vols are trailing against Olney Central 49-43, 4.5 to go in the third. Here is Kenzie Weiler over to Gibson, top of the key. Gets a pick from Hall, goes to the left. Here's Shorter, left wing, going to go to the right after getting a pick and stops. Now over to Gibson on the left side. Gets a pick from Shorter, top of the key. Slings it on over, and Olivia Hartman steals it away. She was looking for Weiler. Here now is Hartman on the near side. And passes over to Robinson, right wing. Robinson's going to walk it on over. Pass over to Brown. Now it's Wolford Bird on the far end. Wolford Bird over to Robinson, top of the key, driving in. Out to Brown for a three. That one is just a little offline, and it's rebounded by Chloe Cannon. Here now comes Cadence Gibson. Into the paint she goes, sends it up. Oh, that one's way off.
Blocked by Bird.
Yeah, Wolford Bird gets the rebound as well. Over to Trotter, over to Brown. Across the timeline, over to Robinson on the right wing now. Inside look to Trotter. Lost it, was stolen away by Shorter. She's racing down court and going to get an easy look. Oh, it's short, and Hartman gets the rebound. Here comes Olivia racing down court. Into the paint she goes. Out to Brown. Now it's Wolford Bird, left wing three. That one's good. String music. She's got 5 this quarter, 7 on the game. It's 49-46. Logan trails against Olney.
Against that zone, it's good to hit those three-pointers.
Yeah. You got to hit them, or else they're going to stay in the zone forever. Shorter on over to Weiler on the left wing, and she's going to drive into the paint, get it on over to Shorter on the right wing. Now it's Cannon top of the key, working against Trotter. Pass on over to Gibson. She's going to curl into the paint on the baseline now. Get it on over to Weiler in the corner for a three at the buzzer, and it's no good. And now 49-46, 2:41 to go in the third. Logan's got an opportunity here to tie once again. Riley Johnson
defense.
coming in.
A nice man-to-man defense for the Logan women.
Wolford Bird comes off as Riley Johnson comes in. Shamira Brown's waiting for somebody to come and inbound. She says somebody's got to come down here. All 4 of the other Lady Vols are on the other end. Robinson comes down, and she'll be inbounding. 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Just entered the building, Mike Murphy. He'll be doing play-by-play for the men's game later on with Tim Ritchie. India Robinson on over to Hartman in the corner. Step, lob into Johnson. One bounce, sends up the baby hook. That one bounces off the rim, no good.
Got a good shot off.
Yeah, they're getting good shots. It's just they're not falling for him here tonight, Tim.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Yeah. Cannon goes in, sends up a shot. That one no good. Goes off the
Looks like Riley Johnson deflected that, blocked it.
I was going to say the hand of Riley Johnson goes out of bounds, and it'll be Olney ball here. And Shorter will inbound on the baseline. Robinson's defending, gets it on over to Cannon, left wing, driving, curling in, out to the paint. There's going to be a travel called. Yeah. She walked for sure. Got way too out of control. Logan trails by 3, 49-46. They've been really fighting to get back into this game, and now they're in it, and they just got to get over that hump, Tim.
Yeah, it'd be nice to take a lead here going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2:10 to go in the third. Here is Hartman on the near side, working against Cannon. Down low to Johnson. She got double-teamed, triple-teamed, in fact, but poked out, and Hartman came out and saved it, and they're going to say a foul on Kami Pierman. And now it's going to be an inbound for Shamira Brown here. Third team foul for Olney. Brown lobs into Trotter at the top of the key. On over to the left side for Johnson. Into Brown. Back over to Robinson, top of the key. Robinson jab step and now goes to the left over to Brown. Into Trotter at the free throw line. And she's going to work and get it on over to Robinson. Driving in, flips it up off the back iron. No good. And it's rebounded by Shorter. Shorter working against Trotter, and now going to the low, poked out, goes out of bounds, and it'll be Olney ball. Well, Logan's got their big lineup out there, Tim, with Johnson, Trotter, and Robinson, and it seems to be doing something.
Yeah,
it's really made things difficult.
Yeah, it makes it a little tougher for Olney.
Here now is Cannon driving to the right, over to Gibson, top of the key. Steps in, over to Pierman. Pierman working against Trotter. Trotter pokes it out. Cheyenne's got it. Oh, stolen away by Gibson, though, before she could get over half court. And now on over to Shorter on the right wing. Driving against Robinson. Sends it up. Oh, there's going to be a foul called. And Shorter will go to the line here in just a moment. And they're going to call a foul on Robinson, which should be her first of the game. It's also going to put I thought that would be the fifth team foul. Yeah, fifth team foul for Logan. And so that's going to put them in the bonus, Olney, with 1:17 to go. First one up, rolls around, says no, I don't think so. So Shorter still scoreless here in the third. 17 points for her throughout the entire game.
She hadn't missed many.
No, she does not. Second one up, and that one is good. 18 points for Shorter. Kendra Johnson comes in as Trotter's going to take a seat. 1:17 to go in the third quarter. Logan trails 50-46. Here is Hartman. Flip on over to Robinson on the near side. Now it's over to Hartman again on the left wing. She's going to drive inside. Pass over to Kendra Johnson, top of the key. Now it's in the hands of Brown. Drives inside. Oh, she got blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Clint Burris can't believe it of Olney. And so it will be a foul on Kami Pierman. And Brown's going to go to the stripe. She's just got 3 points here today. On the season, she is shooting 50% at the stripe. No, they're going to say that she's going to be inbounding on the baseline instead. A minute to go. Here's Kendra Johnson in the third quarter. In the corner, working against Pierman. Steps inside on the baseline, sends it up. She got fouled. And Glenn Burris asks the question, how? And either way, it will be Johnson going to the line now.
One official said, with the body.
Yeah, exactly. 56 seconds left. Pierman picks up her third. And Kendra Johnson will go to the stripe here. And bounces the ball. First one up. And it's good. Johnson on the season, 75% at the stripe. She's got 5 points today. Sends the second one up, and that one's also good. Makes it 6 points on the day. Just a 50-48 lead for Olney as Morgan Wilson comes in for Pierman.
Logan's held only just 8 points this quarter.
Weiler inbounds to Gibson. Gibson working against Brown. 50 seconds to go. And they got to get moving. Oh, a foul called on Brown, I think. Oh, yep. And Brown couldn't really believe it.
She's playing some hard-nosed defense.
Yeah, she is. Brown's up to 2. She was smiling, though. She really thought she had her. And they are in the bonus, and so Gibson will go to the line. On the season, Cadence Gibson is shooting 81%. We saw her earlier at the line, and she's gone 3 for 4. First one up, and that one rattles around, goes down. So 4 for 5 now on the day. 51-48 the lead for Olney. Gibson going to try to stretch it out to 4 again. Sends it up, and that one is good as well. She's got 9 on the day. 50 seconds remain in the third. Here is Hartman on the far end. Pass over to Robinson at the volleyball line. Back over to Hartman on the left wing, and she's going to turn around and now trying to escape the clutch that they have. The floater in the paint. That one bounces off the iron. No good. Johnson gets it, though, and she got bodied, and there's going to be a block call, and that's now 5 team fouls for Olney, so Johnson will be going to the stripe.
Good hustle by Johnson.
Yeah.
Riley Johnson.
Big one right there, and it's the 4th foul for Jocelyn Hall, rather. So it's going to be Dove coming back into the game, and Riley Johnson going to get 2 free throws. If she can, or no, she's going to rather be shooting 1. Excuse me, I missed that.
I guess
she made it.
Clint Burris is talking to the official on the other side.
And one rolls off, no good. Logan trails it 52-50 with 25 seconds remaining. Just a few seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Gibson on the far end, driving in, found an alleyway, bounce over to Dove. Oh, Kendra Johnson gets tied up in there, and this is going to be a jump ball. It'll be Olney ball. What a great job right there. Oh, they're going to call a foul. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, Johnson and Riley Johnson foul.
Kendra Johnson.
Kendra Johnson foul. Okay, wrong Johnson.
16.8 seconds remain as Dove goes to the stripe.
Still have time to get a good shot down here.
0 for 1 at the stripe earlier. First one up, bounces, it's good.
99% of those free throws that go short don't go in. That one did, though. Hit the front rim win.
Exactly. Dove on the season is a 70% shooter, so pretty good for a big. She is the only listed center on their roster. Second one is good as well for Dove. 15 seconds to go. Hartman on the left wing steps inside, steps back out, Gets it on over to Robinson. Now over to Brown on the right wing. Back on out to Johnson. Free throw line jumper. She nails it. 4 points for Johnson. It's 54-52. Gibson was trying to get an open shot for Wilson right there, but no good. And as we head to the fourth quarter, Logan just trailing by 2, 54-52. We are back in a minute on 1035ESPN.com.
My name is Lee Eklund. I'm the Center Director for Malone's Early Learning Center. You got to have that love and passion, and being able to come here and see how rewarding it is to have a child learn how to tie their shoes or have a child learn how to stack blocks. It's so rewarding.
When I was at John A. Logan, it really gave me the mentality of we're coming in to teach the children, not to watch the children. And so it taught me the importance of engaging with them, becoming one with the classroom, and really having that involvement there.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here for the fourth quarter of Logan and Olney. Lady Vols have been trailing most of this game, but they are starting to come back here with 1 quarter to go. It is 54-52. Olney is leading. Inbound to Gibson for the Lady Knights, and Barry's back into the game for the Lady Vols. Top of the key. Gibson working, gets it on over to Shorter. Oh, almost lost it. Calvin defending well. Shorter drives in, sends it up. That one is too long. Dove gets the rebound, sends it back up, and that one is good. She is up to 14 points on the day.
Well, she's deadly inside.
Yeah, she sure is. Like I said, the only listed center on their roster. Here is Barry, top of the key. Gets it on over to Wooford Bird on the left side. Looking to get a pass off and feeling a little trapped. That 2-3 defense has been deadly for the Lady Vols all day long. Wooford Bird on the far end, over to Barry, top of the key, driving now. Oh, she slipped and fell, but Calvin saved the ball. Over to Trotter, inside, sends it up. That one no good, rolls off, and Trotter gets it, and oh, it's stolen away somehow by Shorter, and gets it on over to Wilson. Wilson over to Gibson, top of the key. Gibson over to Wilson, baseline J. That one no good, and it's rebounded by Barry. Here she comes at the other end. Driving into the paint. Here's a free throw line floater. It's no good. Got her own rebound. Out to Hartman, right wing. And they're going to slow things up. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 56-52 the lead for Olney. And Wooford Bird, top of the key, flips on over to Barry. Top of the key, 3 from her. That one rattles down. It's 56-55. Logan trailing by a point here at Don Brewer Gymnasium. Here is Shorter, top of the key now. Steps to the right. Passes over to Weiler on the right corner. Driving baseline. She was looking for a teammate, but Wooford Bird stole it away. Here's now Calvin pushing into the paint. Oh, stolen away. There's a reach called on Shorter. She can't believe it. It's going to be a foul on Shorter, just her second of the day. 56-55 is the lead for the Olney Central Lady Knights. And Barry will be inbounding on the baseline here. Out there with her is Trotter, Hartman, Wooford Bird, and Calvin. Barry looks, gets it over to Wooford Bird, top of the key, into Calvin, turning around, back out to Wooford Bird, top of the key, 3 from her, and oh, no good. It's rebounded by Dove, and she gets tied up with Hartman on the rebound attempt. It's going to stay with the Lady Knights as they call a foul on Olivia Hartman, and now she's got to be careful. That is her 4th foul of the day.
Might be replacing her.
Yeah, you might have to. Shamira Brown's going to come back in. Also in for the Lady Knights, it's Chloe Cannon. And it's going to be Gibson taking a seat. 8:12 to go in the game. Lady Vols trail 56-55. Here now comes Shorter across the timeline. Shorter to the right. Gets a pick from Wilson. And, oh, stop. Jaden Barry poked it out, forced it out of bounds. It's going to stay with Olney with 20 seconds left on the shot clock.
It might have gone off Shorter.
It might have, but they didn't see it that way.
No.
Barry's going to be defending Shorter here on the inbound. And looks on over to Wilson, Weiler, top of the key. Back over to Shorter, who found an open lane. Oh, Cheyenne Trotter almost had the steal, goes out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Olney once again. 14 seconds on the shot clock now. 7:55 to go in the fourth. It's 56-55. Olney's leading here at Don Burr Gymnasium in Carterville.
Olney's got their big lineup in here.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. Into Dove underneath the cup. Shamira Brown with some great defense. No good on that shot. Here comes Jaden Berry over to Calvin. Sends it up. That one's good. Her first bucket of the game. A timeout called as Logan takes the lead. Look at it again on the replay. Over to Calvin. Beautiful look right there. Logan retakes the lead for the first time since the first quarter, 57-56, 7:45 to go in the fourth. We're back in 30 seconds on 135ESPN.com.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
John A. is
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here at Don Burr Gymnasium in Carterville. Lady Vols leading for the first time since the first quarter, 57-56. It's 7:45 to go in the game, Tim. Fantastic comeback effort. Now you got to keep it going. You can't let up on the gas anymore.
No, you know that Olney's going to be going after it. And Coach Clem Burris was going after it, too, with one of the officials. I think they're exchanging cookie recipes for Christmas.
They might have been.
Yeah.
A little excited about him as well.
Yeah, I know what he's saying.
Well, Kenzie Weiler is going to inbound to Gracie Shorter as we restart play. 7:40 to go in the game. Logan leads 57-56 against Olney. They're looking for their first conference win. This is the first conference game for Olney. Over to the corner for Chloe Cannon. Sends up. She's got a cannon, apparently. Made it big time. First points for Cannon. Here's now Barry into Trotter. She lost it. Barry picks it up, though. Slings it across the way. Goes out of bounds. I think a Lady Knight touched the last because Logan's going to keep it.
It was deflected.
Cadence Gibson comes back into the game for Morgan Wilson. And Logan setting up who is going to be inbounding. It looks like it'll be Barry, perhaps.
Wilford Bird was say, let's slow down. Don't get too excited. We have to make some tough passes that we need, tougher than we need to.
And Gibson just came back in, so now they're going to be trying to work even more quickly. Here's Calvin with it after Tylee Wilford Bird caught the inbound in the middle of the air. Calvin, top of the key, on over to Brown on the right wing. Into Trotter, out to Wilford Bird in the corner for a three. And that one rattles around. It goes down. 10 points for Tylee. 7 minutes to go. It's 60-59. Much needed three right there. Jaden Berry steals it away when they were looking for Gibson. Berry across the timeline. And now passes over to Brown on the left wing. Over to Wilford Bird at the volleyball line. Back over to Berry as they reset. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Brown on the left wing. Pass over to Berry, top of the key. Gets it on over to Calvin. She's trying to drive baseline. Doesn't. Into Trotter, though. Working against on the block. Sends it up. Oh, it's no good. And Dove gets the rebound.
Yeah, partially deflected.
Yeah. Here is Cannon now on the left wing. Gets it on over to Gibson. Sends up a three from the top of the key. That one's a little offline. And there's going to be a foul called. Must have been a push called on Trotter.
On Bird.
No, Bird, excuse me. Wilford Bird, her second of the day. And now here comes Jocelyn Hall and India Robinson. Dove's going to take a seat. And Calvin's going to take a seat. Now Hall's going to have to be careful. She's got 4 fouls. 6:26 to go. She is the starting 5 spot for Olney. Shorter looking to inbound. Lobs it into Cannon at the left wing. Back on over to Shorter. Almost thrown away by Robinson. And now Trotter has to come in and help on the floor. Gets it on over to Cannon. Cannon working against Trotter, and Trotter is suffocating the guards out there. Here is Gibson on the other end now on the right wing. Goes out of bounds, and Shamira Brown showing emotion right there, forcing errors on the Olney
Brown and
side.
Barry put a nice double team, and the Olney player kicked it off her foot.
Inbound to Brown. She comes across the timeline, gets it on over to Robinson. Robinson passes on over to Barry. Now across the court over to Tylee Wilford Bird. Gets it on over to Brown. Back over to Wilford Bird around the top of the key. Barry on the left wing. Curling into the paint. Floats it up. Oh, it's stolen away.
Got blocked.
Yeah, got blocked. And now here comes Gibson on the other end. Steps into the paint. Flips it up. That one's no good off the back iron. Robinson gets the rebound. 5:40 to go. And she'll walk it up. 6:23 on the shot clock. Matt Crane says, find an open shot. Here's Woodford Bird on the right wing. Back on over to Barry, top of the key. Swings it on over to Robinson, the left wing. Back over to Barry. 10 on the shot clock. Barry's going to drive it in, and she got fouled. So she'll go to the stripe here in a moment after being fouled by Cannon. Barry's got a 73.7% average at the stripe. And so she will be hopefully money at the line.
Yeah, hoping so.
5:21 to go. Logan leads by 1, 60-59. Here's Barry at the line. First one goes up, and that one is good. 10 points for Jaden Barry. She averages 13.2 a game. Here comes the second for the Dallas, Texas native. Sends it up. That one rattles around, no good. It's rebounded by Hall. And Logan leads 61-59 with 5:15 to go. Here is Shorter on the far end. Oh, there's a push called on Robinson.
That was pretty ticky-tacky.
Yeah, felt that way, but it's just the second for Robinson. 3 team fouls for Logan. 5:13 to go in the game. Logan leads at 61-59. Shorter inbounds to Gibson in the corner, and she's going to give it back on over to Shorter, who's going to drive baseline, and now there's going to be a blocking foul called, I think.
Yeah, Robinson didn't cut the baseline off defensively.
Yeah. And so that's the third foul for Robinson. Second in about 5 seconds. 5:07 to go in the game. Logan leads 61-59. And Shorter on the baseline, looking to get a shot off, finds Cannon at the top of the key, working against Trotter. Now on over to Hall for a deep 2. That one goes down. Jocelyn Hall finally finds her way into the scorebook, and here comes Jemima Brown now. India Robinson over to Barry on the far end. Across the way over to Tylee Woodford Bird on the right wing. Pass on over to Brown on the wing. Back over to Barry, top of the key, driving inside. Floater from her, that one's no good. And it's rebounded by Weiler. Weiler's going to bring it on up. Over to Cannon on the left side. Back on. Oh, poked out by Barry. Here she comes on the fast break. Sends it up. That one is good for Jaden Barry.
Barry with 7 steals now.
12 points on the day for her. Here now is Gibson across the timeline. 63-61. Logan leads at 4:20 to go in the game. Here is Shorter. Crosses up, goes into the paint, floats it up. No good, and Robinson brings it down. Robinson across the timeline, and now she's going to go inside herself, pass out to Brown for a 3, no good, and it's going to be poked out, and it's going to be Olney ball here. Robinson touched it last on the rebound attempt.
I thought it was a foul.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was exactly, but they just were saying it went out of bounds. Allie Parker comes back into the game for Cannon, and 4:04 to go. Logan.
14 fouls, so
now got to be careful.
They'll be shooting 2 free throws every time.
63-61. Logan leads it here against Olney. Curling around, sends it up. It's Shorter. She makes it. She's up to 20 points. 63-63, 3:45 to go.
Going down to the wire, Matt.
Robinson, both teams looking for their first conference win of the season. The only thing is Olney's playing their first conference game of the season tonight. Woodford Bird on the far end over to Barry. Gets it on over to Brown on the right wing. Back over to Barry, top of the key. Now into the hands of Woodford Bird on the left wing. 9 on the shot clock. Down low to Trotter. Working her way. Sends it up. No good. Barry gets the rebound. Oh, it's poked out of her hands. And it's taken away by Olney. Here now comes Gibson. Gibson driving into the paint. Flips it up. That one no good. And there's a foul called. And Trotter's holding her back a little bit. She must be in a little bit of pain. 3:17 to go. I think I just heard her say that she had cramp.
Yeah, maybe a cramp on the hamstring.
Kendra Johnson's going to come into the game for Trotter. Yeah, she's holding the back of her leg. Yeah, like she's got a cramp for sure.
Yeah. Looks like hamstring, too.
Yeah. 3:17 to go.
Already have Kennedy Hayes not in the ball game.
Yeah. Well, Trotter's been fantastic for you, and she's been playing against the tiny guards, suffocating them, and doing a great job. So you'd like to have her back up there. First one is good for Gibson. She's up to 10 on the day. She has only missed 1 of her shots. She's 6 for 7. Here comes the next one. That one no good. Second miss of the day at the free throw line for Gibson. It's 64-63. Olney's leading here at Don Burge Gymnasium. Olivia Hartman came back into the game. She's getting double teamed right now on the right wing. into Woodford Bird. Bounce over to Hartman. Bounce, send it up. Oh, she got fouled. She'll go to the line here in a moment. Great job right there by Woodford Bird and Hartman to figure out how to make something out of nothing.
2 free throws. I thought maybe it was on the floor.
Yeah, Dove picks up her first foul of the game. She's been pretty clean, and that's what I think has really made the difference here. She's been out there a whole bunch, Jim, and she's done a great job of making sure that her nose was clean. First one good for Hartman, gives her 10 points on the day.
Tied it up, 64 apiece, only 3:03 to go.
If you can get this one here, oh, it's huge. 3:03 to go. It's tie game, 64-64. Second one up and good for Hartman. 11 points for Olivia. Logan takes the lead, 65-64. And here's Weiler on the inbound. She'll bring it on up. A little bit of press from Logan. Barry steals it away. Nobody's in front of her. She's going to get an easy look, and it goes down. And Barry has a total of 14 on the day.
8 steals.
She's been fantastic. Here's a baseball throw right into Shorter from Weiler. There's going to be a foul called on Logan, it looks like. And they should be going to the line. Kendra Johnson picks up her third of the game.
Barry could get a double-double on steals and points.
She could. She really
2
could.
more steals.
Yeah, 2 more steals, yeah. Shorter's going to go to the line. She's had a rough second half after having 17 at the half. She's only had 3 points, and one of them came at the line. She went 1 for 2 earlier in the half. Her first one goes up and in, so she's up to 21 now. 2:42 to go in the game. Logan leads at 67-65 as Shorter gets ready for her second shot. Sends it up, and that one bounces off. It's short, no good. So Logan up by a bucket. Here is Brown over to Hartman on the right wing, getting double-teamed once again over to Johnson, inside to Woodford Bird, back out to Barry. Swings it on over to the corner for Shamira Brown, brings it over. Barry now over to Hartman on the right wing. Inside look to Tylee Woodford Bird, and she's moving it all around. Step back jumper, it's good. Woodford Bird's up to 12. 2:15 to go. Logan leads 69-65 here against Olney Central.
Barry about had a steal there.
Yeah, Shorter gets it on over to Parker on the right wing. Back over to Shorter, top of the key. Driving in against Brown. Back over to the corner and sends it up. That one no good. And it's rebounded by Kendra. On over to Olivia Hartman. She's going to try to get the fast break to happen. Over to Barry. Spin move. Sends it up. That one's good. She's had a 10-point quarter, up to 16 on the day now. Minute 50 to go. Logan leads at 71-65. Here's Gibson curling in. Bounce on over to Dove. Barry came in to steal it. And let's see what the call is. I haven't seen a jump ball call yet.
Looks like Logan ball.
Yeah, it looks like Logan ball indeed. And Kendra Johnson's going to inbound.
Barry for another steal.
Yeah, great job right there for Jaden Barry. Chloe Cannon's coming back into the game for the Lady Knights. And going to relieve Parker. Johnson will inbound to Brown. Gibson's stepping up to give some pressure. Into Brown, and she'll have Johnson to the left. Calvin's checking in for the Lady Vols. Into Woodford Bird, top of the key. Looking to pass, calling for Barry. Going to flip right on over to her. Top of the key, over to the left. Now it's Hartman, back over to Woodford Bird, top of the key. Looking, going to go to the left, and going to flip on over to Barry, who'll bring it around. Get it on over to Brown on the right wing, and crosses up against Gibson into the paint, floats it up. That one no good, and it's rebounded by Cannon. Minute 15 to go. Logan leads 71-65, almost thrown away again by Barry. Here now is a three from Shorter. That one is short, and Woodford Bird, it bounced off her body. Shorter got it out to Gibson for a three. That one's good. Gibson's got 13 and a timeout called. 71-68, Logan leading with a minute 2 to go, but all of a sudden that momentum seems like it's going.
That was tough. Still, Logan has a 71-68 lead. That was could be hoping not a dagger.
Absolutely. Minute 2 to go in the game. We're back in 30 seconds on 1035ESPN.com.
John A. is the only auto collision program in Southern Illinois. There's nobody else that offers it. We draw students from all over because there's just nobody else that offers the programs. The student-teacher relationship is one of the most important parts of this job.
You can't really go wrong here. Anything you want to learn, you can learn it here.
Whenever I started the program, I didn't feel too 110% about it. Like I wasn't sure how I was going to do, but that's what makes me confident. It's the teacher and the students that I'm surrounded by.
Welcome back to John A. Logan Women's Basketball. Matt Barney and Tim Ritchie bringing you this game. 1:02 to go in the game. Logan leads at 71-68 against Olney Central. Shamira Brown inbounds to Madison Calvin. 1 minute to go now as the clock begins to tick down. Calvin at the right wing. Over to Woodford Bird at the volleyball line. Pass on over to Barry now at the volleyball line. She's going to go right, driving in, flips it up. That one no good. It rolls off, and it is going to be rebounded by Olney. Here is Weiler now on the far end. Weiler, oh, they're going to call a timeout called. Clint Burris calls one, the coach of the Lady Knights. We'll take one as well. 42 seconds remain. 71-68 lead for Logan. We're back in 30 seconds on 135ESPN.com.
Hi guys, TJ Cowan from Cold Blooded. Coming to you, wanted to introduce the Cold Blooded Single Barrel Smokehouse. Here at Johnny Logan College, you guys are used to our coffee. Now come check out our food. Not your average college, not your average food.
Matt Varney and Tim Ritchie back here on 1035ESPN.com. Logan leading 71-68 with 42 seconds, 42.7 exactly left on the clock against Olney Central. They are in desperate need of a win. 4-5 on the season, 0-2 in the GRAC. Olney Central, a beatable team, 3-5. They've yet to start conference play, but I will say one of those 3 wins against Vincennes earlier just this past weekend, in fact. And so they're coming in feeling hot. And Logan's got to step up and play the way that they need to. 42 seconds left, Tim. You've got a 3-point lead. You just got to hold on.
Oh, yeah, you got with the pressure defense and get the ball back. You want to take your time and run the clock down.
Cannon inbounds to Gibson as we restart play. 22 on the shot clock. Gibson, pass on over to Shorter, gets an easy look, but she overshot it, and Calvin gets the rebound. Here comes Madison. On over to Brown. She's got some open lane, sends it up. That one's good for Shamira. 5 points for Shamira Brown, and it's a 73-68 lead for Logan. And here's a 3-pointer. It's short. Olney tries to save it and goes out of bounds. And Amanda Shelby calls timeout. We'll keep it right here. 20 seconds remain on the clock. Logan leading 73-68. Logan men play Olney right after this. We'll talk to Coach Amanda Shelby on the postgame show, give you the final stats, and then hook on over to Logan men playing Olney. The Logan men number 9 in the nation. You're going to want to stick around for that.
They dropped from 13.
Yeah, big one right there over number 9 Moberly area on Sunday. And the coaches in the poll said, you know what? They're a top 10 team if they're going to be the top 10 team.
Yeah, it was a nice win up at St. Louis Community College.
71-59, I believe it was.
Yeah. So Logan just playing that tough defense. That's what's winning games. Against Triton earlier in the year, won 61-50. Yeah.
Well, the Lady Vols need to play some tough defense here for the final 20 seconds. Madison Calvin inbounding right in front of us. And got to get it out of her hands into Tylee Woodford Bird, and they're going to foul her. 18 seconds to go. Woodford Bird will not be going to the stripe because only 3 fouls currently.
Keep on running some time off.
Exactly. Calvin going to inbound once again in front of us. Out there with her is Shamira Brown, Olivia Hartman, Tylee Woodford Bird, and Jaden Barry. Calvin's got to get rid of it, and looking, finds Hartman. Open lane for her. She sends it up. It's good. Big one right there for Hartman. 15 seconds left in the game. Logan leads it by 7. Here's a 3 from Shorter. She nails it, and she is up to 24. Jaden Barry gets the inbound. She gets fouled. 9 seconds left on the clock.
The Olney team doesn't give up.
No, they do not. Coach said it on the pregame show. They will play you the full 40 minutes no matter what, and they've been a hard-hitting team without a doubt. 9 seconds left in the game. It's 75-71.
Whatever happens, Logan does not want to foul.
No, not one bit.
After this,
and so they've completely backed off from the lane.
Barry hit these 2 free throws. Nice.
Barry on the day is just 1 for 2, trying to add on to the total. Here is the first one. That one just a little short. She's got 16 today. 9 seconds on the clock. This one would probably seal it. Here it is. That one's good. 17 points for Jaden Berry today. Logan leads at 76-71. 9 seconds on the clock. We'll keep it right here once again. Logan men play after this, as I mentioned. Number 9 in the nation, taking on Olney Central. Lady Vols need this win pretty badly. They've lost their past 2. Wabash Valley and Kaskaskia were losses the past 2 weeks, and so they could really use this one. Coming up for them next, they will host Shawnee Community College on Saturday. 1 o'clock tip for them. I believe Dave McKenzie will be doing that game. Cheyenne Trotter coming into the game for the Lady Vols.
And Shawnee, the weekend, the next Wednesday night, be Vincennes right here.
Yeah, and that's a big one. Looking across the way, I see Richard Blakely, voice of both Trico and Steelville.
I know Richard.
Yeah, good guy. He's here to see some Logan action, I believe.
Yeah. He does Rend Lake games too, doesn't he?
He does do Rend Lake games, so they might be off tonight. I'm not sure. Speaking of Rend Lake, Mike Helton, the former assistant coach for Logan last year, he's got the Lady Warriors out to a good start, 6-2.
Oh, are they?
We'll see them, I know, January 16th.
Yeah,
I don't think before that, though.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing them.
That's a Monday night.
Playing, January and February, I believe.
Yeah. Cannon going to inbound on the far sideline into Shorter. She sets up in the corner, sends up a 3 with 6 seconds to go. It's no good, and they fight for the rebound, and finally Olivia Hartman says, just let it go out of bounds. 3 seconds to go in the game. Timeout called by Amanda Shelby.
I think they want to move it up here to half court.
Yeah, I think so as well. 3 seconds left. Logan leads at 76-71. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Be back in 30 seconds on 135ESPN.com.
Welcome to Mackey's. How can I help you?
Hey, welcome to Mackey's Pizza. Every Monday night we have half-price cheese breadsticks. Monday through Friday we have a great lunch special. We can get 8-inch pizza, a small salad, and a drink for $7.49. So come out and see us and enjoy everything at Mackey's.
Welcome back to John A. Logan Women's Basketball. 3 seconds left on the clock. Logan leads at 76-71. They came back. They were trailing multiple times today by 10, and they have come back and just need to inbound it and hold on to it, really, Tim.
Yeah, I think it's all over the shouting.
Yeah. Calvin going to inbound right in front of us. And looking, finds Wilfred Bird. Barry has it, and they'll pass it around, and that is the end of this one. Logan wins over Olney Central. They had to fight for it, but they get it done, 76-71. We are back in a minute with coach of the Lady Vols, Amanda Shelby, right here on the home of the Lady Vols, 103.